I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
This guy, Godzilla, is a pussy. Arnold and Wilson take the left flank. Dell and Moody take the right. Grissom and Ballou circle from behind. O'Neill, you and that Hellraiser stay with me. Move out!
God, this is pathetic. Not the request. Not the request. To Bobby, I really appreciate it. I appreciate everyone who has done that. If people want to send in requests, please feel free to send them directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. It could be for pretty much any type of video. A review, a topic, a re-review, a reaction, something random. Feel free. And what's pathetic is this Korean movie that apparently was made in 1999, and I guess in Korea was the most expensive film that they made, and it was a remake of a film back in the day called Yonggary. So hey, Godzilla 1998 came out in America. Toho going to have Godzilla 2000. Hey, Korea, they want to remake Yonggary? Which I think my friend Michael Teen, the Choice Voice, he talked about it. I could be wrong, but I think he said that original was shitty. I may be thinking of a different movie. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. But so, hey, let's remake it. And it was so good that original version you can't find. Because then, years later, in 2001, they released another version, which was titled Reptilian, where the few bits of practical suit on the monsters, because it's a kaiju, a big Godzilla type of monster movie, there's few scenes of the people in rubber suits. Apparently, they took all that out because there's none in this movie. Maybe if you blink, you'll see it when something hits a building. And then, I guess in 1999, they had CGI that looked worse than this, which I think there's some promotional video that you could see that. I couldn't find it. I just know because I saw someone else's review. Because I was just curious what other people thought. And apparently no one else likes the film either. But he showed a clip. And yeah, it's worse. Which is fucking sad that this is the improved CG. This was the improved version. And there's a lot of times, if you look up reviews of this, They compared the CGI to Mortal Kombat Annihilation. If you remember that movie, with the whole animality, which is like some of the worst garbage CGI. Or like, I'll make another example, An American Werewolf in Paris. The way those werewolves look, An American Werewolf in Paris. Like, these are the worst of CGI. The werewolves in that, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, Animality, and this shit. It makes me have a migraine. I'm like, why did they even go CGI? Like, this is a bad film for many reasons. A what the fuck plot, bad acting, hammy acting, terrible lines of dialogue. But maybe if all the monsters were done with rubber suits and they were decent enough, maybe you can enjoy this and it's so bad it's good. And what's funny is, if I remember correctly, this cover I remember seeing on the shelves a lot. I never bothered to watch it, but I remember seeing this cover a lot back in the day. And the creature on the cover looks better than the fucking movie. Like, why does the creature on the cover look better than the creature in the movie does? So yeah, the 1999 version that's never been released on home video, again, if you find like a 1998 promotional, you'll see it. They altered the plot. So I don't know what the original plot was, but apparently it was altered. And the special effects were updated. Yeah, they're special, alright. As for the plot, an archaeology party, they go explore some caves, and they find dinosaur bones. They also find they find an alien corpse. They also find a rock that's glowing, and when the guy hits it with his axe, there's like a big boom. He flies back and dissolves in the bones. Boom. Other people fly. Boom. And then the fire like gets sucked back into the rock. So it explodes, then it implodes. It looked... And then it has a credit scene that goes on for 3 minutes. If that doesn't sound long, it doesn't seem long, that's what she said, do anything. Time 3 minutes. Believe me, that's a long time. 3 minutes? But granted, hey, you just skip it. I mean, I know I have a long intro, but even it's not 3 fucking minutes, so at least give me credit for that. I know a lot of people don't like the intro I put in front of these videos, but hey, you know, someone made it for me. I did a kick out of it. It's for free on YouTube. People could just skip it. It's always 1 minute and 33 seconds. Anytime you want to skip the intro, it's 1 minute 33 seconds. But so, and I understand people's complaints, but I prefer that way. So, hey, maybe they just prefer the credits this way, but at least have something cool on a visual level. It's just literally, here's a word, here's a name, 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 here's a name. At least give me some interesting visuals for 3 minutes. It's not even that. It's like words coming through a wall. As if it's the fucking wall in the Super Mario Bros. Movie from the 90s. Remember when Princess Daisy... Luigi! I come out of that fucking wall. Daisy! That's a better movie than this. I actually like that movie. Sue me. But... So... Apparently it's been years later. We're not really told this too much, or at least we don't really find that out until like 20 minutes after the fact. but it's years later. And of the two archaeology guys, one has disappeared, and the other is this crazy asshole who's kind of our human villain, at least for a little bit, who is just hamming it up. Hamming it up. So they're doing this dinosaur dig. This photojournalist guy appears, which at the end of the day, he was fucking pointless because, like, they build up that, they try to build up. They feature him quite a bit, and then nothing. I mean, why are you building up this photojournalist? For what fucking reason? I don't know. Because you see him get the job. Hey, go there. They found these big dinosaur bones. He goes over there. He talks with the archaeology guy. You also have this lady. She'll be one of our leads. Apparently during this dig, people keep dying. Workers keep dying. And this guy keeps hiding the bodies. And the workers, they don't just quit. They don't just say fuck you and deck them, kick them in the nuts, shoot them in the face, brain them with a dinosaur bone. The only thing that the guy goes is, you guys are illegals. I'm like, yeah, and you're hiding dead bodies. Guess who? And we're all a front. I wonder who's going to fucking win this case. Even then, it's like, this guy doesn't even know your fucking name. Just leave. Yeah, we'll tell the cops. And when they find the dead bodies, you don't have some explaining to do, Lucy. Got some explaining to do. Meanwhile, an alien mothership is coming to Earth. And no, I'm not talking about a different movie. This is the same fucking movie. An alien mothership is coming to Earth, destroying satellites. They want to invade, but then they don't want to invade. And they go, no, we will not invade. But, as in, they won't land their ships. We will awaken Yonggary. So then they continuously send beams from the sky to the dinosaur bones. And apparently this takes days. Even alien technology is slow as fuck. Like, it's not like in me, like, zip. No. Because there's a point where, Independence Day style, it goes, pew, pew, and I guess the wave will kill people. Granted, if that's the case, this wave seems like it goes on forever. Wouldn't it just kill everybody? Because there's a lot of people in this campsite, and they look like they're staying nearby. But it's like, it only kills when it fucking wants to. Again, it's like a big fucking wave. And I'm thinking this is kind of a shitty plan of yours if it takes you literally days for you to keep sending these beams down. And why? Why is that, Mr. Alien? That you send a beam down? I'm like, okay, it's the next day. Well, what happened? What was the point of that beam? Oh, they do it again? Okay, well, what was the point of that beam? Or they try and they keep fucking... Whatever. Sorry, I had a brain fart because I just realized the aliens, they say, no, we will not invade, resume reanimation. So I guess, yeah, it takes a long time to reanimate, I guess. You get lines of dialogue. Hey, there's more bodies. There's more dead bodies here than a Tarantino flick. Or the photo guy just talking to himself. The girl quits because she knows this archaeology guy. I would say she quit because to not see the guy's hammy acting anymore. But she quits because the guy's an asshole. And then finds the missing guy from the beginning of the film, the good doctor, the good archaeology guy. It's an actor named Harrison Young. I knew I recognized him. Just like, what? Like, I recognize him, but I'm like, where is he from? He plays the old Ryan in Saving Private Ryan. He was at the very beginning, very end of that film. I'm like, oh, that's where he's from. He's done other stuff too, but that's the one that pops in my head at first. And, I mean, he's given a shitty script. I don't blame the actor in this case. It's just, you given the script, Al Pacino couldn't make this script work. It's funny to see him try, but I don't even think he could make it work. I mean, there's literally a point after Yonggary has been brought back to life, the lady looks at it and goes, "Do you smell it, doctor? It smells so old." Because anytime I see a big giant Godzilla wannabe monster, I think about how it smells. You smell old. Do you imagine you go up to Godzilla or King Kong? "Hey, bitch, you smell old." Maybe it's a wise ass. You go, "That's a big bitch." But it's like, you smell old. Well, you smell too, movie. Someone that's in a fucking toilet. Where this movie belongs. And you know, they beam the shit. And then like this is like 30 minutes in. And boom, the human bad guy is dead. As he's going, "I created you." No, he says, "No, this isn't real. You're my creation. I made you." And I'm like, okay, I must have missed something. So I'm not giving it a leeway, but I must have missed something. How did this guy make and create this thing? Because they found the dinosaur bones. The alien mothership sent the Independence Day beam down after days of doing it to finally wake the fuck up. It is alive. So how the fuck did you create it? How did you make it? The line doesn't even make any fucking sense. What? How did the line make sense? Like what? And then it gets stomped. Like, wow, all this buildup of this human bad guy, and he's gone for the next hour. Like, he's dead. I'm like, wow, this was... Usually you say that for the end, and like, oh, the humans got to deal with him, and no, it's like, not in this movie. And the photojournalist, I sincerely forgot what the fuck happened to him. I'm assuming he died too. But I completely forgot what the fuck happened to him. I really did. I'm like, what the fuck happened to him? I don't remember. I truly don't. Because you never see him again, so I'm assuming he died as well. I guess that shows how interested I am when one of the main characters they've been kind of building up, I'm looking down, I don't see him anymore, and I just don't give a fuck. And then I'm like, well, why did you, like, these are two characters. Like, the four they're trying to build up is the lady, then the good doctor, the good archaeologist, the bad archaeologist, and the photojournalist, and two of them are dead 30 minutes in. What was the fucking point of it? The photo guy, I'm assuming he's dead. I don't know what the fuck else happened to him. Was that part of the altered plot? I don't know. At times, I'll cut to the military, and those scenes are pointless. Just saying, what are we going to do? We're going to do this. What are we going to do? Well, I don't know. Kill the enemy and break their toys, sir. That's a line of dialogue. Because not only does it want to be a big giant monster movie, it wants to kind of be an alien invasion movie, but the aliens don't really invade, and they never come down, and the aliens never fight the humans, and the humans never fight the aliens, and the monster never fights the aliens. In fact, at the end of the film, the aliens just go, fuck it, we'll come back one day, and they leave. Like, the aliens are only there to wake it up, and then from time to time just beam it and teleport it wherever the fuck they want. It seems like you know a bit about humankind. Why don't you just teleport them to all the military bases? Destroy them all. No, just pick a random fucking city to... So, from time to time, it seems like they wanted to rip off the 1998 Godzilla. Because there's literally a scene where the monster is fighting these helicopters that's similar, not exactly, but kind of make you think a little bit of the 1998 Godzilla film. Because there's times where the monsters try to grab at the helicopter. And a lot of people hate the 1998 Godzilla. I enjoy that film. Now, yes, I can understand how it's not really a Godzilla film. That's the fucking title. They should have just... As a monster movie, I think it's a lot of fun, and that's why I enjoy it. I enjoy a lot of the characters, like Hank Azaria and John Reno. I even like Matthew Broderick. I like the soundtrack. Puff Daddy. Come with me. I think the action is fun. I like the miniature work of the special effects. It's just, it should not have been called Godzilla. That should have been called Reptilian. There you go. If that was called Reptilian, granted, it's not the best name, but I think that movie would be... People would forgive that movie a lot more. Like, if someone did an edit... I'm serious. If someone did an edit, and you took out all the Godzilla name drops, and you changed the title to Reptilian, I really do think it would get a lot... Be like, oh yeah, okay, it's not that bad. I really do. I really, truly do. Maybe you say it wasn't perfect. I won't say it's perfect, but it's fun. But yeah, that's if anyone who's a fan editor, take the 1998 Godzilla and just edit out all the time someone says Godzilla. I think that could, or if you're a good dubber, just dub something else over it. Reptilian, or whatever better name you come up with. See, I'd rather talk about that movie than this. And the special effects, the CGI. I cannot stress enough how unbelievably awful, terrible, shitty, putrid, barf-inducing, asshole bleeding, fucktarded, fuckwit, fuckbrain, dillweed, dickhead, dillbrain, dickwad, dickface, unbelievably a motherfucker of a fucker mother piece of shit that these effects are. They are... It's hard to say the worst because I've seen The Amazing Bulk as some of these other movies. Neil Breen, some of his films. If you don't know who that is, look up Neil Breen. Breen. And God bless you. Gesundheit. But this is just, it's garbage CGI. Garbage. And you just watch this, you're going, even if you want to have goofy fun, There's no charm for me on these effects. Like, a suit, even if it's not the best with a little tear, you know, maybe I can get some charm out of that. But this, no. I mean, that's why some people like the Sharknado films. Well, there's other reasons. Or some people do like Mortal Kombat Annihilation, despite that shit. Or some of these, I'm just not one of those guys. Like, bad CGI just doesn't have that much of a charm to me. Why this just wasn't done with practical, like, suits? Even cheap suits would have been better than this. It truly would have. Now, the one positive I will give the film, the only positive, is when they put the monster, this CG monster, in the city. The city itself, they use model work. Extensive model work. Where you see buildings explode, get blown up, get blown apart. And that was fun to see miniature work done on the city, the buildings. Like if it fucks up a plane, it'll crash to, and I mean, the miniatures are not up to you see in Hollywood, but you know, fun, charm. That's where the charm is, when you see these miniature, you practically done, hand, got on this material, constructed it, built it, made sure it was right. Each window, each bit of paint, whatever you want to call it, with their fingers, their hands, all that, all done, and then blow the shit out of it. That's the only charm I could get out of this movie. But this is a movie that at one point, the good archaeologist and the lady, they're trying to get on a computer, and you want to know what the password is? I need a drink for this. The password for the computer is Daddy Loves E.T. Daddy Loves E.T. That's the password for the computer. That's not even getting into the good guys. One of their plans is to... all these guys have rockets on their back, as if they're the fucking Rocketeer. It's the Rocketeer clan. And they're hovering. And it's all done on putrid, piss-poor, green screen CGI that Sega CD games have done better. And they're saying lines like, who else is qualified to handle the Hellraiser? Like, what, is Pinhead going to show up? No, it's a type of gun. But the worst one is, compared to this guy, Godzilla is a pussy. No, you're the pussy. You're the pussy that's been fucked raw by a dozen guys. You're gaping the size of Grand Canyon to the point that you swallow my entire head and my entire body. That's what you are, movie. You're a pussy, and you've been well fucked, and you run out to dry. You literally, your pussy is now so long, you can literally take it and twist it like a towel, and all the creamy whiteness comes out. That's what the fuck you are, movie. You're a slut, you're a cheap slut, you're a lazy slut, and you use teeth. So fuck you. As these people in rockets flying around, and just... If I can, I will put that at the beginning of this video. Because, like, after the intro, I'll put it in. Because it's like, what the fucking shit? What am I doing? One does a kamikaze. Meet my little friend. Barbecue this bucko. What the fuck? Destroys. And apparently this monster has this diamond thing, this receptor that controls. The alien controls it with. What, I don't know. I just find that weird because they... Whatever. So now the monster's good. It murdered and killed all these people and destroyed a good chunk of the city. One of the other places it destroyed. But now it's good. Now, and yeah, he's good. And then the aliens, in 30 seconds, send another monster. So why did you take the time to... You had another monster? So wait a minute, why did you even bring this motherfucker back to life if you had another monster in your back pocket? What, he's now another Bones that had to take you days to fucking beam down and reanimate? So what, you had this other monster just up your sleeve, up your ass? What the fuck? I don't get it. It's just there, so now this monster who's a bad monster, now he's a good monster, and now he fights the bad monster. Does he have a receptor? You take it out, then he'll be a good monster too? Or just, again, the aliens just, no, we have this monster, we could use it, but no, we're going to go over here and take 3, 4, 5 days. Well, like 3 days, really. 2, 3 days to reanimate this motherfucker, even though we have this other motherfucker in our back pocket. It's like... It's like, I need a knife to cut my sandwich. I got one, but I ordered from Amazon, and that's going to take a couple days. So, nope, I guess I can't cut the sandwich. Well, you got a knife. Nope. I'll just wait. Oh my fucking god. And the fight isn't much. It ends with Yonggary shoots the motherfucker's head off, then shoots into its neck and it explodes. All done, CGI. Then the aliens like, fuck this, and they just leave. I guess they really thought this was going to be a franchise. That didn't happen. So the worst part is the unbelievably horrible CGI effects. But then you have bad acting, terrible line readings, shitty dialogue. Make Godzilla pussy. He smell old. Oh my god. Reptilian. Oh my god. Is this one of the worst kaiju movies? Someone's gonna be, is this better than Godzilla vs. Kong? No. As much as I don't like Godzilla vs. Kong, even I'm not going to be like, no. At least that film, I didn't mention the special effects in that because they're good. The special effects for the most part are good. But to me, a movie's like $200 million budget, it should be. That should be an automatic thing that should not be a question. I know this didn't have the budget, but you know what? The old Godzilla movies didn't have your budget. Should have done it the way they did it. Go watch GMK. That Godzilla where he's got the white eyes. He looks like a Deadite from Evil Dead. A demon from Evil Dead. Go watch GMK. Go watch that Godzilla. Go watch Godzilla versus the Smog Monster. That crazy acid trip. There's plenty of other big monster movies. Go watch Cloverfield. I mean, this ranks up there with Death Kappa and some of the much lesser Godzilla films, like, what's the worst Godzilla film? Like, Godzilla 2000 was bad, but even that's better than this. So again, dialogue, acting, script, again, it's altered plot as well. So I don't know what the fuck the original plot was. And then again, these effects, they looked at this and said that was a thumbs up. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.